Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Angel again, and we have a new aircraft for today. This is the India Foxtrot Echo Boeing T-45, or the Goshawk. This little noisy beast is already running because we're spawning on a carrier. Why? This is a carrier-compatible trainer, or I should say carrier-equipped trainer. Of course, based around the British Aerospace Hawk, it's a new modernised digital version of that, manufactured by McDonald Douglas. T-45C, to be specific, of course, is basically a Navy advanced trainer. The aircraft operates with a gas turbine starter system, and it operates off a single Rolls-Royce, I think it's the F405 turbofan. So, it's a really high performance little aircraft, obviously very much like the Hawk, and we have just like bringing out a Hawk soon. But with this being the US Navy version, I could not help but test it on a carrier. Now, I could go through the rigmarole of starting this thing, but it's very easy to do so using the comprehensive manual provided by India Foxtrot Echo. The aircraft is beautifully made. The external views, of course, really gorgeous. Let's actually have a proper look at it, shall we? As we're inside here. Excuse me, can we go outside? Thank you. Excuse the noise. So we're off the coast of Florida right now, just south of St. Petersburg, and the aircraft comes with Navy and Marine, of course, liveries for it, and some beautiful ones at that. External 3D modelling, I believe they had some help from Milviz in regards to that. But the aircraft is stunning, absolutely stunning, and the tailhook, whilst not functional in flight sim, technically does operate from the cockpit, so you can simulate it. And as you can see on the deck of the carrier here, we have got cables, and I'm using Hard Deck Simulation's carrier control module for that exact purpose. Let's take a look inside. So cockpit texturing is stunning. Of course, we can open canopy, we can open the actual stairs on the side of the canopy, or cockpit and body there, allowing the crew to climb aboard the aircraft, which is a nice little feature. Now, we could equip the usual chocks and flags once we have the aircraft shut down at zero, or battery on, and engine thrust 0, parking brake set. Usual conditions for those sort of things. Let's retract all those items. Of course, you'll have flags to remove as well for things like the deck cord around the canopy that allows you to basically eject through it, and pins in the seat as well. So really, really, really comprehensive in that regard. In fact, it's so comprehensive, that's why I'm not going to try and start it for you on video. It would take me a while sitting there with the manual. In fact, there we go. Pins, see? We've got our pins for our ejector seat, which we can just put them in the safety bag pin. Or we can click the pins themselves, and they go away. Nice. So the aircraft, like I said, is a digitized version of the Hawk. And if I go to the other cockpit views, does it throw me in the back seat? It does not. Okay. However, high quality texturing. The glass is good. There is quite a bit of scratching and shine, like a lot of the IFE aircraft, when you're at high sun incidence angles. That can get a little bit blurry at times, but that's not unrealistic. All control systems function as they should. Of course, we have our tail hook system here, which actually allows us to drop that hook from the aircraft. Hitting that again, of course, retracts it. Engine starter systems all operational, including which is mapped to the APU system, which is the gas turbine starter system there. We have, of course, a nav radio for civilian usages and uses in civilian airspace, etc., along with other frequencies you might want to use. We've got the TACAN system. Is a nav radio, of course, in this aircraft, but it does our job. So when it comes to the actual control panel, we have a really visible HUD here, actually. Compared to a lot, it's actually got a lot of functionality. We can turn it off and on. Day and auto mode. And brightness can be controlled separately as well. Don't think that actually lets me scroll it, but oh, there we go. We'll leave it on full brightness and turn that up. Give us optimum visibility on the HUD there. Did that turn white or did that turn blue? Let's let it go back to green, shall we? So, all systems here are actually functional. They all have various features. can go down to data page at the bottom here. For various navigational data, we have GPS functionality, aircraft data systems, and I believe we can go back with when I get lost from it. Because guess what? I skimmed the manual. There we go. We could set our flight plan onto the map. We could set waypoints onto the map. We could set anything we basically want here. We could have two of those. We could have one of those. You could flip them around if you liked. It's exactly as you want it to be. I'm not a jet expert. This is painfully obvious by this point on the channel, but I will say it's beautiful, it's comprehensive, and its performance in a sim is reasonably good. Like with all things at the moment, there's always an element of being borderline. However, they've done a really good job with this. I really like how it looks, I like how it performs, and I have taken a quick spin. The aircraft handles nicely. Speaking of which, let's go and do that. Exactly, I've been sitting here waffling for a while. Let's get this baby flying, shall we? Right. We're going to taxi ourselves over to the cat and get ready for departure. Now, with Hard Deck Simulation System, you have a plug-in launch which connects to the simulator. I've shown this before in that video, but essentially you put the parking brake on, throttle to full, release the parking brake, and it cat launches you at basically a speed calculated by the aircraft's individual stall speed, but you can custom set it as well, as you saw me yeet a Cessna 152 in that video at 150 knots. Landing, of course, is simply a matter of hitting the cables, or where it decides the cables are for the particular carrier. Let's get ourselves lined up here. Okay. A little bit offline there. Let's just straighten that up. Wouldn't be a problem if I was slowly taxiing with a marshal. There we go. Parking brake is set, which means we are good to launch here. So, with a salute to the cat officer, we're going to throttle to full power here. And we're going to hit the release. And off we go, yeeted away from the carrier, and into the briny blue sky. That is our gear up. Up and away from the carrier and her escorts. Being a trainer, and being the Hawk, of course, famous for being quite a stable, forgiving aircraft, it is really nice. I must say, I absolutely love how this thing handles. It is responsive, it's well behaved. I'm getting a warning for some reason. I don't know why it wants to warn me. Why are you warning me? No, everything is set as it should be. Can you go away? Could be a speed warning. It does like to bitch at me quite a bit, in fact. So there's some of Florida in the distance. Loaded very poorly because Florida. Could you stop whining, please, aircraft? I don't know why you're trying to warn me. What is that? Wheels. Are they up? Oh, they weren't up. Thank you for warning me, she says after trying to ignore the warning. So aircraft is, like I said, responsive. There's no problem performing any number of aerobatic maneuvers you want it to. Being a jet trainer, it's incredibly nimble but forgiving. Overall, yeah, performance is good, handling is good. I'm not an expert on what the Goshawk should behave like, so I can't tell you if it's accurate or not. But we are going to bring it back around for a landing here on the deck of the carrier. So throttle back. Landing gear coming down. Set flaps. We're going to drop the... That's the wrong button. That's parking brake. You can get those two a little bit fuzzy sometimes. Let's get tail hook down. Put ourselves in a landing configuration here for the Hawk. Right. Speed is 167 knots. Gonna roll on course. That'll be St. Pete's just off to our north there. There's the escort. There's the strip. Try and balance this out. Okay, there we go. I'm a little bit off course. Again, this is my second ever carrier landing, so you'll forgive me. But I do need to get some practice in, so why not the Goshawk, considering we have an F-14 coming soon from DC. We're off course here, and we're a little quick. I may need to go around. We'll do what we can here, but I think I'm steep. Oh, hello. That's gotten choppy all of a sudden. No, we're going to miss the cables. There we go. We'll take a round once more. Yes, the wheels are up. Thank you. What are you bitching at me for now, airplane? It's probably speed, actually. We're 120 knots. Why are you whining? Full throttle. Let's go. Oh, yeah, we're low. Okay. Calm down. I think it was saying wheels because I was so low down. Probably why. Let's try and get this one slightly better this time. From a slightly more normal angle. Rather than being quite so fast and so high. So we're 190 now. Let's configure for landing. Again, hitting a carrier is a really daunting experience when you're not used to doing that sort of thing. Especially as it's essentially a runway with a cliff before it and after it. Yes, I know, I'm sinking. I'm well aware of this fact. Okay, there she is. We'll roll her on. I know it's a racetrack style pattern for carriers typically. So I'm going to roll myself onto heading here. There's the escort again. Alright. Let's try and nail this a bit better this time. Yes, caution, thank you. I'm sinking. I'm aware. What does it Navy pilot say? Calling the ball? I am sinking a bit too much here, so throttle. Throttle on. Throttle on. A steady approach here as I'm angled off actually, but it should stop me. I'm going to hit the fantail. No, I'm good. Hit the deck and full throttle. Full throttle, of course, is what the Navy tend to do because when they hit the cables, in case the cable snaps and they go off the end, they need to make sure they actually can go around. So we've done that by hitting that, and of course it still stopped us because it's built into the tailhook system and the parking brake, of course. But there we go. I probably made a lot of naval aviators cry with my handling of the Goshawk here, but again, you came to me for a look at the aircraft and decide whether you can do better. You probably can. I like it. Not a jet person. Flew this with the honeycomb yoke, by the way. So, forgive me. I like it. It's great. It's the sort of thing that I could probably put some time into if I went to go and find my HOTAS. And with this and the F-14 coming out soon, it's the sort of aircraft that make me want to go find my HOTAS. I find the cockpit view a little confined. The viewpoint's a little bit narrow. But overall, it's a very, very nice aircraft. I just feel that the sim restricts you a bit unnaturally when it comes to vision. Either way, the Hawk, Goshawk, T-45, once again, another fantastic aircraft from India Foxtrot Echo, and you can get it on the marketplace. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.